from Winnie and me. This is reading class, and today we're going to talk about another really important strategy. So up until now, we've spoken about predicting, we've spoken about visualizing, we've spoken about the importance of understanding the characters. Today, we're going to do another very important strategy, and this one is questioning. Proficient readers, good readers, are constantly questioning as they read. They don't just read words, decode them, and keep on reading. No. The words must make sense. They're trying to make meaning of what is the author trying to tell them. Has the author got a message? What is this all about? What are these characters doing? They wonder what's going to happen next. They wonder what motivates characters. They wonder about new information and new ideas they come across. So questioning is a strategy that wants to make us keep reading. We also ask questions when we're confused. We wonder what the author is trying to get at. So we question before we read, we question during reading, and we question after we've read the book. We don't just put the book away and say, well, that's it. We wonder. The author usually has some sort of a message to tell us. So there's 6 questions that we usually ask when we read, and they are who, what, where, when, how, and why. Who are these characters? What is happening in the story? Where is the story taking place? When did the story take place? How are things working out? And why is all of this happening? And what is going to happen next? So we're constantly asked these questions as we read. And today I have a really beautiful book here. It's called The Day of Ahmed's Secret. And I'm going to read this book to you. And as I read, I'm going to open my mind and I'm going to show you what I'm thinking, and I'm going to show you the questioning that goes on in my mind as I read. And I hope that when you read, you too will ask as many questions as you can. Now, the first question I'm going to ask myself is, look at the title, look at the cover page. It looks very different. It doesn't look to me as if this story probably takes place any place in California. It doesn't look like California to me, but I wonder where it is. Okay, The Day of Ahmed's Secret. Today I have a secret, and all day long my secret will be like a friend to me. Tonight I will tell it to my family, but now I have work to do in my city. I wonder what kind of work he has to do. He's a little boy. What kind of work can he have to do? And what could his secret be? My donkey, so he rides a donkey. Well, that's very different too. My donkey pulls the cart I ride on. I have many stops to make today. The streets are crowded. Everyone is going somewhere. Like me, everyone has something important to do, and they are making such a noise of it. So it's such a big, bustling, noisy city. All kinds of sounds, maybe every sound in the world. They're all tangled together, trucks and donkeys and cars and camels and carts and buses and dogs and bells and shouts and calls and whistles and laughter all at once. I have a sound too, the sound my cart makes. Karink, rink, rink, karink, rink, rink. I know my sound helps to make the whole sound of the city, and it would not be the same without me. Loudest of all to me today is the silent sound of my secret, which I have not yet spoken. How can it be the loudest sound when it is the silent sound of his secret? I wonder about that. Over all the noise I hear my name, Ahmed, Ahmed, and my name becomes part of the city sound too. It is Hassan calling me. He leans over the counter of his cart and the bright colors of the cart mingle with the other colors in the street, the way the noises all go together and make the sound of the city. Oh, now look at this picture. Again, I wonder where this is. I don't see these pictures in my city when I go downtown. My special colors are part of the city too. Woven into the harness of my donkey are my own good luck ones, blue and green and gold. Hassan hands me a dish of beans and noodles and says, "And how goes the day of my friend, the Butagaz boy?" I don't know what Butagaz is. I wonder what that is. As I eat, Hassan and I laugh together at his jokes and stories. Always when I come home at sundown, I tell his stories to my family. But tonight will be different. I have my secret to tell them. I have been saving it until tonight. Now someone else comes to Hassan's cart and I wave goodbye. I must hurry now if I am to get all my work finished today. Oh, he must be very busy. The first place I go is to the home of the old woman. She has been waiting for me. "Ahmed, Ahmed," she calls, "are you bringing me the fuel for my stove?" Oh, I wonder if the Butagaz boy, Butagaz has something to do with the fuel. The old woman is leaning out of her window. I look up and smile. I am proud that I can carry these big heavy bottles all the way up the steps to the floor where she lives. I am proud that I can do this work to help my family. If his family needs help and he's just a little boy, I'm wondering, I don't think that they can be a very wealthy family. They probably are a family that are quite poor. I make more steps and now I am hungry again. I look for the bright red and yellow cart where I can buy my lunch, and I find it in its usual place near the old building. I buy my beans and rice and sit in the shade of the old wall. My father has told me the wall is 1,000 years old, and even our great-great-grandfathers were not yet born when it was built. There are many old buildings, many old walls like the one I lean against in this city. Wow, I wonder where the city is. It's a city that's more than 1,000 years old. Well, it probably can't be in the United States because we are not that old. I close my eyes and have my quiet time. The time my father says I must have each day. If there are no quiet spaces in your head, it fills with noise, he has told me. He has shown me how to find my way in the city, and he has taken me to each place where I now have to bring the heavy bottles. In those days, before I was strong enough to do this work alone, I would sit in the cart and watch my father lift and carry the bottles. One day I told him that now I could do it myself. He watched me try to take a heavy bottle from the cart. I couldn't do it, and I was ashamed. "Hurry to go strong, Ahmed," my father said on that day. For the first time, I saw that his face had a tired look, like the faces of the old men in the city. "Hurry to go strong," he said, "but do not hurry to grow old." Why does he want me to hurry to grow strong? Is it maybe so that I can help him? Because I'm just a little boy. Now as I lean against the old building, I think of the sea of sand that lies along our city. I have seen it stretching as far as the wind. My father says the wind carries sand all through the city to remind us that the desert is there beside us, and is a part of us. He tells me that the great desert presses against our city on one side, and the great river pushes against it on the other side. We live between them, my father has said, between our two friends, the river and the desert. Why would my father say that they are both our friends? The desert is our friend and the river is our friend. All over the world people know of our city, he tells me, and they speak its name, Cairo. And they say the name of our great river, the Nile. Now I know where the city is. It's Cairo, and the land must be Egypt. And the desert, what is that called, I asked. My father shrugs and smiles. The hot winds call our desert home. He himself has never crossed the desert, but in the city are the caravans of camels and their riders who have crossed it many times, the way the boats cross and recross the river. I lean against the wall and I think of these things and of my secret, but I must finish my work before I go home. First I try to knock the sand from my sandals. The sand is a part of each day, like the noise, like the colors of the city, like the things my father has said. On the way to my next stop, I see a boy who carries bread. From a window, a girl lowers a basket to him on a rope, and he puts some bread in the basket. Like me, he has many stops to make each day, but he is not strong enough to do what I do. No one lowers a rope for me for my heavy loads. No rope could carry what I carry. I hear the Rosewater Man before I see him. I wonder what a Rosewater Man is. He clicks 2 cups together as he walks along the street so people will hear him and come for a drink. I give him my smile. He does not give me his, but our eyes meet and we know we are connected to the same day and to the same city. I do not buy his rose water, but seeing him has reminded me how hot and thirsty I am. I take a drink from the bottle of water I always carry in my cart. There are more stops to make and more times up and down narrow steps with my heavy load, and then I am back in my cart. Ka-ring, ring, ring, ka-ring, ring, ring. It is a long day. I think the moment will never come when I may share my secret. But of course I know that each day ends and that every moment has its time to be. I wonder what that means. Each day ends and every moment has its time to be. Finally, I am home. It is sundown. It is the time of day when you cannot tell a white thread from a black thread. My mother has already lit the lanterns. Everyone is waiting for me. Instead of telling them about my day, I say, look, I have something new to show you. It is time to tell my secret. I take a deep breath. Look, I say, look, I can write my name. Boys and girls, is that not a wonderful secret? And why do you think it would have been a secret for Ahmed? The fact that you can write your name is not a secret. But think about this. This is the beginning of his education. This is the beginning of his new life. This is the beginning of knowledge for him. Education and learning is the beginning and be all of everything. So his secret that he could write his name was tremendous for him. Boys and girls, I have loved speaking with you. I look forward to seeing you soon. And for now, I want to say bye-bye.